cam card. See what's happened up there over the last 3 weeks. So now's the time of year where I start looking for spots that my trail cams are showing me a lot of deer showing up. And I look for spots where I want to hang a tree stand, spots where I want to put a ground blind. And now's the time to do a little bit of shot lane cleaning. I mean, there's no leaves on the trees, so you can go through and trim a limb here or there to get your shot lane established now, so the deer have all summer to adjust to it. It's really bad to go in and a week or two before the season and try to clean a spot out to get a shooting lane and get set up. You want to do it as early as you can so the deer have a chance to get used to it. And then by the time you set up, time you're ready to set up the hunt, you've already cleaned out your hunting spot. You're already set up. It's just a matter of going in, getting in your tree stand or getting in your blind, and you know you have a good shooting lane. Now, it's also the time of year. I mean, now the deer's had a month of time that, you know, they haven't been shot at, they haven't been bothered. Our deer season's been over for a little over a month now, so they're getting back into their normal routine. They are grouped up. I mean, right now you're going to see bucks and does running together. Here, probably in another month or so, probably sometime the first part of April, mid-April, you're going to see them splitting off. You're going to see your does going their way, and then the bucks will, a lot of times the bucks will group up, and you may see 4 or 5 bucks running together all summer long. They just stay together. I've seen as many as 17 bucks in one group the first part of August in a bean field. But I've seen, you know, on trail cameras, I've seen 5, 7, 8 bucks in one time in one group. And you normally see 1 or 2 does together. They sort of split off to have their young. Now sometimes you will see a doe and a buck, and normally what that is your year-old buck, you know, last year's her baby from last year still hanging with mommy. You know, it could be a 4 or 6 point or a spike, but that's normally just her deer from last year still hanging with her. And they'll usually hang with them until she has her fawns for this year, and then they sort of split off and join up with the other bucks as well. Now, if you have trail cams and you're setting your trail cams, now's also the time where you want to start taking notes. You want to know that here's my daylight deer, here's my nighttime deer, the times that they're coming through. You know, is it a spot where they're coming through in the morning? Is it a spot where they're coming through in the evening? Is it a midday spot? And that gives you a chance to get down your pattern of, well, I need to be at this stand early in the morning. I need to be at this stand for the afternoon hunt. And if I'm going to hunt midday, this is the place where they've been coming out in the middle of the day to feed. And then by the time your bow season starts, you pretty much have the deer patterned. And it takes a whole lot of guesswork out of, this is the spot I want to go, this is the spot I want to go. You pretty much have an idea of what the deer are doing, and then you schedule your hunts around what you know the deer are doing. So, you know, for me, I love to hunt public land. I've hunted private land for years, and I've always hunted public land. Private land, yeah, you can kill deer a lot easier on private land. But you know, I've taken lots of deer in my hunting career, and now I enjoy the challenge. I mean, to come up here in the mountain where sometimes this thing can see a lot of hunters. Some places up here don't see hardly any at all. But to find a nice deer up here in the mountain or on public land, and then know that you've done your groundwork, and when you harvest that deer, it's a feeling of pride. You know that you've done your groundwork, you studied the deer, you did everything you could do to get yourself set up to harvest that deer. And you're going to miss a lot. I mean, there's going to be times where you're going to see them and just don't get shots. But it's that challenge. And to me, the challenge on public land is a lot more than what it is on private land. You know, for me, up here in the watershed, I mean, we have far roads all through the mountain. We have bike trails all through the mountain. People are on these trails all year long. I mean, I was up here when there was snow on the ground, and there was people hiking, there was bikers riding in the snow. These people up here all year long hiking and biking, running their dogs. These deer get used to that. So this is your way in. It's your way in to go to your tree stand, because if a deer's watching this trail, they just see another hiker or another biker that they've been seeing all year long. So it's really not a big deal to them. You know, you can take this trail, like this particular trail here. I have 3 trail cams set up off of this trail. All 3 of them are 100 to 200 yards off the trail. Now what I'll do is I'll clean the trail so I can sneak in. I usually go about 20-30 yards off the trail, and then I clean the trail so I can sneak into my tree stand or my ground blind without making a whole lot of noise. And this is the easy way in, it's the easy way out. You don't have to worry about crushing sticks. It just makes it a whole lot easier to get in and get set up without making a whole bunch of noise and spooking the deer off. So let's get down here to my trail cam down here and see if we can't get a card changed. Hopefully there's some deer on them this time. I hope y'all can see it. We're getting close to one of my tree stands, where I'll put a tree stand or a ground blind. And just look at all the acorns that's still on the ground. I mean, right now I'm probably 40 yards from my tree stand. So here at my trail cam, and as you can see, I mean, it's foggy, but if it was gun season, there's places I could get a 100-yard shot out of here. That big tree out there in front of us, if this was a ground blind, that big tree's 25 yards away. And all the deer that I've had on this camera have been crossing on this side of that tree. So, you know, if I build a ground blind here or get up in a tree stand here, these deer are going to cross. They're coming off of this ridge up top, headed down into this big flat down here on the bottom. I know it's hard to see because of the fog, but that flat down there on the bottom is probably 400 or 500 yards wide before it drops off again. And there's a lot of deer that use that one. I have a trail cam down there as well. So, you know, for gun season, it wouldn't be hard to get a 100-yard shot out here in the mountain. For bow season, you know, these deer are crossing right here in front of this camera. 20-25 yard shot. And a lot of them are coming here and stopping, looking at that ridge, looking at that flat down there below before they go down to it. So at this spot here, you stand a real good chance of getting a nice deer coming in here and stopping, looking around before he heads on down into that bottom. And they're coming up on top and feeding during the day, and they're bedding down in that flat during the day. So, you know, every morning I get them coming by here, headed down to that flat, and in the evening I get them coming from that flat back up here onto this top ridge to feed around again. So this is the kind of stuff that, you know, the kind of stuff that you're going to look for to try to give you a better shot. But it's all preparation. I mean, as you can see, I did cut a couple limbs out through here, so you know, if I do make a ground blind right where I'm standing, I have an open shot. And there's, even when the leaves start coming back up, I have no leaves out across there that's going to be in my way. So I'm down here at the next trail cam. This is down over the ridge from the first one. And as you can see, I still got a decent shot down in here. And then off to my right, it actually drops down probably 500 or 600 yards down to a roadway down there. So you get very few people who want to walk up that big hill to get up in here and hunt. So you really don't see a whole lot of pressure up in here. And the nuts are everywhere. I mean, the ground right now is just full of acorns. So there's plenty of food that's going to last them up here all spring long. Again, I have, with a bow, I got up here at this spot, I have a 30-40 yard bow shot easy if I wanted to take it. I was standing here at camera 3. This is where the flat for camera 2 actually gets started. The ridge runs across the top of the mountain. Camera 1 is set on the top ridge. Camera 2 is set down over the hill on the flat that comes down through there. They're about 500 yards apart. And then this is up where you follow the ridge on up the mountain. This is where the ridge actually goes up into the mountain. And this is about 900 yards from camera 2. So this camera catches them coming down off the mountain onto the flat this way. The other 2 cameras cover the ridge and the flat down the other way. So I pretty much get a picture of what's coming in from what direction. And it pretty much covers that whole flat, whether they're coming in from up here, they're coming in from down below. So it gives me an idea of where they're moving, where they're coming from, where they're going to. Alright. On my way back out to the car, I pulled all 3 trail cams. I hope you enjoyed the video. My main goal in these videos is to try to help out a new hunter, somebody looking to get into it, or somebody who's hunting and really doesn't understand what they're doing. I'm sure you guys out there hunting, we've all seen them. You've seen people come in, walk by your tree stands, or come in and get set up, and you're like, what is he thinking? Well, hopefully with these videos, I can try to help him understand, him or her, understand what they're doing, and an easier way to find what they're doing. You know, like I said, it's March the 6th. All the deer that I have on, all the bucks that I have on trail camera are still holding their horns. I haven't had any that's showed spots of losing their horns yet, their antlers, whatever you want to call them. Their sheds, but they should be starting anytime. I know here in Maryland it's usually March when I start seeing the blood spots on their heads where they've shed their antlers. So now's the time you can be out checking your trail cams. And you'll walk up on a shed now and then, or you can be out looking for sheds. I don't look for them. I find 2 or 3 every year just checking the trail cams. My trail cams, I'm following the deer all year long, so I know what deer's made it through hunting season. I know what deer's out here now, and I get to watch them grow all spring and summer into the fall and see what they turn into. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like always, hit that like button. Every time you hit that like button, YouTube puts it out to lots of other people. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so when I do post videos, you'll be able to get a notification that the new videos are out. If you want to support the video or the channel, down in the bottom there's a link, the thanks. You can click on the links. You can click on the thanks link, and you can donate a little bit to the channel to help out. If you want to become a member, I'm added the membership link to the bottom. You can join the channel. That'll give you access to all the videos before I release them onto YouTube. Right now I have about 10 videos that are ready to be released that haven't come out yet. So you'll get a sneak peek at what's coming out. And again, thanks for your support. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found something that helped you out. And I'll see you in the next one.